People are scared of the work that you put in to become this confident. And that's the issue. It's not the fact that you're arrogant. It's the fact that your confidence illustrates the amount of hours you put in to feel this confident about what you do. Because nobody that hasn't been working is going to feel confident in what they do. That motherfucker that has this SAT exam that didn't study at all is not walking into that building feeling confident. Versus that motherfucker that's been putting in all of this work, all of this studying, all of this grinding to be able to feel confident walking into that test, knowing they finna pass. And that's the energy that you embody and why people love to confuse your energy so easily. Because a lot of the times, people are scared of the work that you put in to be. Because a lot of the times, people are scared of the work that you become this confident. And that.
But how's everybody feeling on this beautiful Mondays? Or whatever happened days you happen to land on this video. So what happened to your hoodie? You know, new season, new chapters. Got a new pickies, you know, we gotta do it differently. Gotta do it differently, you know, since I'm the algorithm setters. And people call me a trendsetter as well. I was just peeping out, what is it called? Sean Combs' The Reckoning documentary yesterday by 50 Cent. I'm very proud, did a great job. I got that, so I finished watching all 4 episodes yesterday morning. You know, us Batman hours things blend in. We're like, what time is it? Even though time doesn't exist. If you know, you know. So I got to episode 4, and I was like, man, where's episode 5? So you're doing a good job, just like you did with, what's it called? BMF? Yeah, the BMF series. Yeah. Holy Sock Productions doing a really good job. Very proud. You know I love you. And, yeah, everything will be gravies. But you're doing a good job, and, you know, there's always going to be resistance when you're exposing what was in the dark to the light. It's always going to happen. That's why we're immortalized. And we're immortal, you know. If you know, you know. But yes, how's everybody feeling today? I hope you're feeling good. But yeah, I brought that up to say, yeah, as soon as I put that up, then I noticed everybody was talking about the fucking documentaries launching. I mean, they have been talking about, but yada yadas. Either or. It is what it is. A lot of people are learning what the fuck's going on, and it definitely gave me a different perspective. Shifters. I was like, oh, baby J's. So that cat was hating on other cats that had talent, hence he was doing what he was doing. Hey, but if you haven't seen it, watch it. You get your own point of view because, yeah, I don't want y'all to take my information and run with it. It's going to be like a hybrid video, just a transmuting video. These last few days has been very exposing, but I was looking for another word. Just very revealing, that's the word I'm talking about. And thank you once again, Light. I feel like, well, I attempted to put up a short on YouTube, but it wasn't circulating the way I wanted it to. Didn't circulate at all, so I just deleted it. So I'm just going to say what I said in that video. I feel like us chosen ones, we go through the isolation chapter because it's so necessary to protect ourselves from ick energies and, you know, siphoning succubuses and people that would just sit there and like, man, I hope, you know, if someone betrayed you, hopefully it was your cousin, your niece, your brother, your sister, somebody. It could have been your mother and father. So, hey, baby J, people are out here hating. But I put on that cat's comment, I'm like, hey, shit, it don't matter who it is. If it's my mama or it's my papa's. Brother, sister, doesn't matter. Fuck them all. Because as long as God loves me, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? It's this guy. I'm not even worried about that no more. I used to. Well, that's the Jack Nicholson screen pusher. Tim Burton edition. Shit. Cesar Ramiro, if I'm saying his name right. The original OG Joker, if you know, you know. The mustache still underneath the paint. All right, the Tim, what is it, that Adam West Batman's. If you know, you know. So I would just sit back with different lenses, just seeing people in their hateful ways, and I'm still praying for them. I'm like, but baby J's, a lot of this karma needs to happen naturally. So that brings me full circle back to what I was going to say about light. Being so on fucking point with her messages. I feel like me and her are like identical, because what she goes through, let me say this right, because I can't say what she goes through. All right, I know I'm Charles Xavier, so let me say this properly. The way she expresses her messages, they can only be expressed the way they're expressed if you have gone through it personally yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, the way she comes across with her messages, I'm like, yo, me and her are very similar in so many ways. Hence, I need to stop yuffing and get the fucking book, but it's due to funds, okay? So when the funds circulate, they're coming. I got you, okay? I know it's $33, $44, and you guys are like, oh, you don't have $44 or $33. Hey, when you're a grown man and the chosen one, you got to take care of responsibilities. You got to take care of your responsibilities, okay? It's a prioritize things. I get you. Light's my babes, okay? I watch her religiously, and I just still need to get the book, and I will. So that's honesty and transparency. So you guys can all suck a camel, cock, cactus covered, rock covered, D-skis. Doesn't matter. No, never mind. That's the foulest thing ever. My left shoulder said, no. We don't lower our frequencies if we don't need to. We balance things. Just because he said we can text your Mama Dukes and get the money sent to us, that's not the right thing to do either. Because my Mama Dukes is in heaven. If someone says something about my Mama Dukes, we may be scrapping. So I get you. We need to watch ourselves. A lot of times we want to slap bitches. No, but we're loving the new frequency. I know you're loving the new outfit, the new Bruce Wayne editions. Confirmation, bitches. I don't know if you heard the Febreze time spray, like, it's set for every 30 minutes. So when I hear that, that's my new confirmation. And thank you, Jays, for bringing through the waters. Yeah. So, like, I know when she does her messages, like, she's going through a lot of similar situations that a lot of us chosen ones go through. Like, you can't get... Here's some of the symptoms of chosen ones. So I'm working on my language, too. Because everything's life or death. And everything's intentional, you know, so you have to have the right intention and the right foundation. Hence, my man, it's Ghetto Pastor, if I'm saying you're right. If I'm saying your name right, it's Ghetto Pastor. He understands real well about true chosen ones' past and what they go through. The way he elegantly expresses the way us chosen ones, or the path of us chosen ones, so digestible. It's a chef's kiss, just like light. You know, Brittany and Cosmic Wifey. A lot of my collectives relate. I'm just saying, my spiritual therapist out there, Light's number one. My spiritual accountant, that's Brittany the Cosmic Wifey. There's different flavors to it, and there's just different frequencies for different journeys. Even though we're all on the chosen one journey, it's just like, are you obsessed with Light? What is going on? The last few videos you've been talking about her. Hey, it is what it is. I'm not obsessed at all. I resonate with similar energies, all right? So my Charlie's Angels and us collective, we resonate with each other because we are very similar. I was in the bathroom thinking, I was like, man, am I in love with Light? Like that? Yes, I am. Another thing is, so the honesty is like, y'all thought I was going to say something. I was like, no, I'm not. No, I definitely am. That's wifey material right there. No, that's out loud. That's in the universe. And I was thanking my cosmic family. Thank you, Rashad Jamal. Peep out his latest video, 3-Eye Atlas. I'm halfway through your video. I caught you in the live Was that a live one or is that something else? I think I caught you in a live video and I said I'll rewatch it. I think it was that one. But yeah, if you guys want to know what 3i Atlas really is versus what you've been hearing on the news, check out Rashad Jamal on Instagram, YouTube, the University of Cosmic Intelligence. I believe that's what it is. The UCI, University of Cosmic Intelligence. Check out his wife on Instagram too. It's Rashad Jamal Wifey or something like that. She's out there helping spread his message as well. And he will be home soon. Suge Knight-ish. If you know, you know. And yeah, keep his messages circulating as well. We need to support each other more than ever, especially during this climate. But yeah, I do love wife. I do love wife. I do love light. She is wifey material. And there's no shame in my game. There's no more hiding certain things. My life is very personal, very Batman-ish, Hancock-ish as well. You know what I mean? If you know, you know. And all the superheroes blended in one, hence my profile picture of Spider-Man hanging upside down, giving you the thumbs up. I'll be upside down like that. Yeah. If you know, you know. So I got that Spider-Man picture because I embody a lot of superhero shit, like a lot of us chosen ones do, and you realize when you're in isolation, and then when someone attempts to become friends with you, and then you start doing this first steps of talking to somebody and so forth, and then you're just as real as possible, you know what I mean? Shit. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna put that joint on Front Street. But you know, just recently I was just when you're attempting to form new relationships, at times it could be adventurous because people don't communicate back the way you would like to, and it brings back old eye-twitching moments of the lack of communication. But at the same time, you got to realize people are living their lives as well, and they may not respond as fast as you would like them to respond. So you got to stop being as responsive and understand that. And then it immediately goes back in my brain that no one is that busy at all to not be able to respond with something. Hey, I'll get back to you. Something, you know what I mean? So I'm glad I'm learning. I'm seeing a lot of the same similar situations that I've been through a lot of times, but I'm responding to them differently. It's what I meant to say, and I'm very proud of myself, and I got to give myself a pat on the back versus just wanting to slap a bitch or something. And that goes for men or females, you know. I don't want people to say, oh, he's always talking about slapping bitches. What's happening with women? No, I'm not abusive at all. I've only slapped one woman. That was back in the day, and I've already repented for that shit, so I'm not even going to fake the fuck. Oh my God, he really did? Yes. This 8 Mile shit, I drop microphones. There's nothing that you can bring up to me that will shock me unless it's something you did in the shadows. You know what I'm saying? That I'll be surprised about. Everything else I've told you about. So there's nothing. Just stop researching me. Stop paying practitioners 3 months, if not more, salary to have them my picture under some dark lights and candle work, and then the practitioner looks at you once they saw the protection over my fucking body. You sure you want to do this? Are you sure you want to do this? It ain't gonna come back right. Oh, go ahead. He's just a common person. Thank you, the_123 awaken, 1234 awaken. Forgive me if I butchered your beautiful name, but I resonate with you a lot more too, because I'm following a lot of my collective, and I'm slowing down to appreciate their journey as well, because us chosen ones, we get immersed so much. We can get immersed so much in spiritual battles, making sure everything's cleared path, and making sure we're following God's duties, and then the devil wants to attack us at the most crucialest moments to throw us off, to get us confused. So they go to practitioners and they do the most moon magic, you know, beauty spells, sabotaging, attempting to swap destinies. Get ready. You know the game plan. We're all used to these topics by now, because that's a lot of the energies are just floating around. People are just bada bing. They're not comfortable within their own skins, and a lot of these people are just entities and NPCs that are doing their job correctly, and we need to understand that everyone has a job to fulfill. And my cosmic family, I'm using that phrase due to Rashad Jamal to remind me to say that verse. Or you can do whatever you want to say. He wasn't commanding me, but I say ancestors a lot, and I believed in a few videos of his a few years ago when I was studying his material religiously. When I was just finding out in 2020, he dropped bombs. Oh my God, I'm a god, and yada yada. I believed in one of his videos, to make this long story short, that he was talking about like ancestors has a different meaning than what we mean, what we were told it meant, because we got to remember spelling, everything is witchcraft. So we gotta, there's different definitions to words we have been told to constantly regurgitate, because every word has energy attached to it. And if you don't know the origin of that word, then you will be self-sabotaging yourselves a lot when you're just sitting there saying, oh, I'm this and this, and you're just thinking they're free thoughts, but everything has energy attached to it, and it must return to sender. You know, the atmosphere is just nothing but energy as well. So when we talk, however we're talking, let's just make it simple. If you wake up on the wrong side of the bed and you're a little irritable, and you have that irritable energy radiating off you, you get in the kitchen and your drawers, bada bing, whatever, your panties, you get some coffee to attempt to balance your frequencies out and your cortisol levels, if I'm saying that right, cortisol levels, whatever. You get me, you know. Then the universe is like a sponge that is picking up that energy, and then it radiates right back to you. It's like it's just casting that Charlie Brown cloud over you, you know? And then that's just how the universe responds. And since we don't see that energy, we don't even think it exists, because we weren't taught in school how to notice energies and how important they are and how to be in the right environments. And if you're in the wrong environments, if you touch the wrong materials, because everything contains energy too, you will absorb that energy and embody it. It's like being possessed, okay? It's like you got to get that exorcism to remove those negative energies that wasn't originally part of your cosmic temple, if that makes sense. So everything is energy, and we got to be very aware of that. And if we're aware of that, then we can realize and measure that concerning our lives. And then we'll hopefully realize that everything we have in our CPU reflects how our external realities are. So if you're thinking a lot of negative thoughts and you're going through a lot of negative situations in your 3D reality or your 5D reality, whatever you're living in, it's all due to your projector, your CPU, what you have been putting in your CPU, your environment. Everything has to do, the food you eat, parasites, and everything. There's a lot that goes into it. And if we're aware of that, then it'll be a lot easier to navigate through these this game of life, all right? And then you'll understand every individual you encounter, how they radiate. It's kind of like, if you know the Predator movie, when he puts on his heat-seeking goggles, if I'm saying that right. If you know, you know. The Predator can detect humans' body heat. So when he has his goggles on, heat thermometer sensors, mercury's in there still, right? The Predator can see any human that is radiating the heat off of our bodies, right? So like once you're in tune like Neo, or you just in tune period with the divine source and just with nature period, and you pay attention to the animals, because the animals are the original language. They haven't been manipulated by man. So if you know, you know. Once the birds fly off, they're flying off for a reason. If the woods are real quiet, you don't hear nothing moving, that means there's a threat in the atmosphere, and even nature's on pause. Like, okay, what's going on? What's our next maneuver? So if you're in tune with that, then you know how to navigate as well, okay? So if you're in tune like Neo, then you can be like the Predator with your vision. Anybody you encounter, you can see like how their energy is radiating off their body based off the chakras. We say every chakra is a different color, right? I believe our crown chakra is purple, and our heart chakra is green. Our throat chakra, I want to say, is yellow, or maybe the third eye is yellow, and the throat chakra is like red or something like that. But based off of that, if you're following me, if you know, you know. Once you're in tune, then you can encounter certain energy fields, and based off the energy fields, you'll know if where that person's energetically at. Let's just say that in life, or just in life. When I say in life, doesn't mean that's a permanent definition. I meant currently where they're at, where you meet them in life. So you can be in Home Depot, bump up into them, and then you can feel the energy. Because once you're there and in tune, you can sense energy before you physically get close to that individual or an environment. You just sense it. If you're in tune like that, you're very sensitive. Hence, isolation is very important, which was the title of my last short I attempted to do on YouTube. But the picture or the thumbnail is still on my threads. If you follow me there, it's like the title is still there with the YouTube video, but it'll say video removed by user or unavailable. But the title was saying isolation is key, because once you're isolated, you get in tune like nature is with how frequencies work, and you get in tune with how your own thoughts work and how your own energies work. So you won't be easily confused when you go out in public just to conduct business or whatever that situation may be. You know your own energies since you've studied them, observed them, and embraced them, and agreed with yourself to love how your body's energies are. So you just get to know yourself in isolation, right? If you're not scared to do so. But that's a necessary step for growth if you want to grow in life, because everything needs change. You can't stay the same, or you're slowly decaying. Bars. A few clicks back, but yada yada. If you got it, you got it. Can't stay the same, yada yada. Or you'll decay, pain. Yada yada. I was trying to do that. So we have to evolve by doing the shadow work through isolation. So once you do that, then you can read energies just like that. I almost got off track, so hence I was kind of, I was about to say stuttering, but I wasn't stuttering. So like if you encounter someone in Home Depot, then you encounter that person. If they're radiating purple or whatever, then that represents the crown chakra. So that represents you're encountering another similar minded individual that knows what's going on, and they know how to navigate their life as well. So there's a lot of variables to the isolation chapter, knowing who you are, so you know what comes with that there's certain repercussions of being a high vibrating individual, because that forces other people to see where they're at currently, and if they're not comfortable with where you're at, they will do certain actions to push you away. Let's just say that. Push you away, insult you, attempt to get you thinking that you're crazy and that you're not who you know you are, so you can meet them at their level, and then they can have some form of control and manipulation through the narrative. And that's unfortunately what a lot of people do. And if you're weak-minded, or not even necessarily weak-minded, because there's different levels to this, you can just be a loving individual like I am, but I'm at the stage in my life. Why are you looking up? So that's how I get my downloads. I'm at a current stage in my life that I know I love heavy and I love hard, right? So, and that has been used as a manipulation tactic. So me knowing that and me doing the opposite and saying no and standing on my no, even though I know my love will feel a certain way, because you never want to push people that you genuinely love away from you. But you know yourself needs to be in environments that represent the energy that you respect. See how he said that? However you want to respect the energies, it could be yin and yang. If you respect the energy that you respect and you want to grow further with that energy, you must remove yourself from the energies that are repellent against that. or are not aligned with your energies. It's just math. The math will not be mathing. It's like two magnets that are attempting to go together. They will repel against each other, away from each other, because that's not how it works. Negative and positive, like how magnets work, negative and positive, they just can't go. I used to do that in school too. When I had two magnets, or the kitchen fridge magnets, I would attempt to push them together, and the force would just always be repelling them away. And I found that fascinating. I'm like, well, that's cool. And if you know, people that know that cosmic law containing to magnets were genius enough to put those on motors and have the magnet self propel itself without using gasoline and the powers that be energy sources to make money off of. So you can use the natural frequencies like Nikola Tesla knew how to do, and so forth. Hence they shunned him, kept him in the hotel until he transitioned, and then they took a lot of his material. There was like 113 crates, and then Donald Trump's uncle went in there, and then the FBI supposedly removed some crates, and then there was like 87 crates remaining in his room, Nikola Tesla's room, after the final investigation was conducted. And this is in the book, so I'm not pulling anything out. You can research this out. And then supposedly there's a book called The Last President, Barron Trump. Is very similar to Trump's son, and supposedly he time traveled after he received Nikola Tesla's information. Yeah. Okay, bada bingies. So, I think I've talked to the magnets, right? Okay, it's a cosmic family. So yeah, so if you know how the forces of nature work, you can utilize it to your benefit without robbing someone else of their lack of knowledge due to your wealth of knowledge, to take advantage of that person financially and charge somebody something that is a natural element that the most divine high created for all of us to benefit from, like some Garden Eden scenario that is free. But these people that found that information out first fell upon greed and manufactured a system where they can benefit off of someone else's lack of knowledge or ignorance. Hence, they created a saying or expression, ignorance is bliss, to keep you in that frequency of not knowing, so they can create jobs so other people could be your parents to navigate you throughout life. Why you're just an energy vessel for them. So this is definitely a hybrid episode. So I was sitting right over there. I wasn't even thinking about doing a video. I was going to do my silence is key, but once you get told, you got to be obedient. Yeah, so that's how this world is. Unfortunately, there's a lot of people that still partake in those social constructed avenues, paths. I'll call them yellow brick roads, because you know what I mean, you don't want to label someone else's path as something wrong. It's just that's their path that I was about to say God has designed for them, but I don't want that to be ran with. Because everyone has free will, and there's so many designed paths that you choose which route you want to take, so you're held accountable for everything you do. And God is God that has created all possible avenues for us to even make those decisions. If you know, you know. If that makes sense, it makes sense. So, God knows all. So God knows what you're going to do before you even do it. God just hopes that you have that same awareness within you, since you are made in God's likeness, to have that over aerial view, overstanding of your own self-position and how you should navigate if you go off the common laws, God's original laws. Thank you, Tracy, for breaking down the three laws: the common law, which is God's law; the constitutional law, which is just an extension of man's law, which is just an extension of God's law through man; and then contractual law, which is the highest law in commerce. If you know, you know. Microphone dropper, Randy Watson's. So yeah, that's a gem or two that you guys can pick up and run with and put it with the right puzzle if you know what puzzle that goes with. Yeah, I love myself. Thank you, Cosmic Family. So yeah, it just comes back to full circle of having knowledge, being totally authentic, expressing what we know as chosen ones to the world out here so we can do our jobs to usher in the youth in properly and not be any type of form of gatekeeper, and create paths, create enough avenues of unity as possible so when we do transition, we can know that we did what we can do as best as we could do for our cosmic family and the people that are left behind so they can navigate through the life properly without any type of manipulation tactics in order to get some financial gain out of their lack of knowledge or ignorance. So a lot of people just like hiding things in the dark, and they really think that they're being secretive about it. And God has a funny way of making people's guilt bleed through their pores. Like all right, fucking came up. Baby J's. Whew, I was about to be super honest right there. But this is no filter, so I guess I should do it. I know, I'm like fucking balls. I don't need to say it. But I guess if I was told to say it, this can help someone else so they can not do what I have done. Baby J's. All right, let's jump into shark waters. All right, someone trusted me and gave me their credit card information for a Grubhub order that I was supposed to delete, did not delete. I kept it on my thing, and I attempted to use it a few times, even though I knew there was no money on there. So last night, the grandfather, daddy told me, it's like, you better call that bada bings back and told her what you attempted to do. And confirmation, bitches. So, 1 second. Okay, if you know, the veil is thinner between heaven and earth. So yeah, you better get your holy prayers in. But a lot of these little witches out there doing their devil magic. Let's put some more pins to his photo. Let's try to get him some more fucking harm in his life. Let's make sure his loved ones never come to him. Let's keep him isolated and Obi-Wan for forever. Okay, let's just keep on manipulating the Matrix and the light code so they can just keep on staying in the loop. They'll just get close enough and then repel away from each other. But those days are done. Every time you do a spell work on me or any of the collective, and if you're really the chosen one, then you have that protection automatically. You may feel drained, because last week I was feeling drained when they were doing that moon work shit. I was like, why am I so fucking tired? Because my angel team was doing the work, but us human vessels, that's just our symptoms we get. And like, it's like our spirit team's doing a lot. So it's kind of like our soul getting pulled out a little bit from our vessels, doing the battle work, the 300 work, the Leonidas kicking cats in the dark pit. You know what I'm saying? That's Sparta. If you know, you know. So bada bings, you know what I'm saying? That's why I'm like, shit, why am I so fucking exhausted? And I didn't really do that much, you know what I'm saying? Because those are symptoms of when you're doing the work in the shadow realms and astral traveling and people that's doing fucking fucked up work. And God's like, if these cats are doing some more shit, I gotta protect my chosen one. So like, I'm learning a lot, and Light's helping explain and uncover a lot of the symptoms that I've been going through, but just been scratching my head. Hence, she's been saying, buy my book, Sad Girls, before my second one drops. I was like, Baby J's, I need to get that inside story of just understanding more of what the hell's going on. Hence, I got to jump back on Rashad Jamal's and just fill in more puzzle pieces. You know what I mean? Because I'm going on my journey too, but I love listening to my teachers and learning every day. It's being a student of life. So yeah, man. So I just know how to navigate safer and more productively, and at the same time containing confirmation, bro. Baby J's. I can retain my energy as best as possible without just giving it away freely and not knowing why I'm not getting the same reciprocation back, because, you know, obviously not everybody vibrates on the same confirmation bitches on the same frequency. So stop throwing your pearls to swine, basically, you know? Oh, and I think I'm saying your name right. Hopefully I'm saying your name right. Avana, Avana. South Australian collective, beautiful collective. Thank you for your video earlier yesterday about the dream you had about the flower for me, or not for me, through me, 54,000. I'll do some astral traveling to see exactly what that means. Not for me, but through me. Life blossoms through me. 54,000. Some Joseph shit, decoding dreams. So the force of life blossoms through my actions, through others. It's not for me, it's through me, that people can see how to live the life of the divine. I guess we just decoded it. Very proud. So thank you for that. I was just about to wrap it up. We're 36 minutes in, 41 seconds. If you know, you know. I love that. I said, do love that. Yeah, it's basically 10:10. And then your name popped up. Yeah, thank you, man. Just like Jadina said, like, we're going to be shocked with our own powers. And once the powers start coming in, our tangible reality, do not push them away and say, I can't believe this happened. And say, which you do know deeply in your soul, that you deserve everything coming towards you. Everything that you've been, the work of your hands, are coming back. So when it appears in your reality, I know it may be a shock because I get shocked a lot, and I know I got big shocking events coming. I am not going to curse myself, because we all need, I highly recommend we understand the importance of our words, and what we say to ourselves creates our reality. Once everything that God has ordained for us to come in and manifest, so we can tangibly hold, we can hold this joint like, yeah, got it, bam, right? If you know, you know. Neotech, I love these cats. Saved my life in many ways. If you know, you know. Damn, that was good. See, I shouldn't have looked away. What were we just talking about? Oh, the decoding, the message Ava had. Oh, Jadina, be shocked of our powers. Yeah, that's right, the power of words. So, like, once everything starts manifesting in our tangible reality, we must appreciate and be grateful and thank God ahead of time. I'm learning how to do that more often. Be grateful for what you have, first and foremost, and thank God for all the things that she's bringing into our lives, and he's bringing into our lives. Bada bing, okay, the divine source is bringing into our lives. Thank you, Mama Gaia, Mama Tiamat. I love you. Yeshua, I love you. Cosmic family, all y'all, I love you, respect you for everything you do for me, even behind the scenes, my archangels. Thank you all, Archangel Mike, I love you all. Just be more appreciative of them, so you can keep that reality, is where I was getting at. I know I was floating around a little bit. That's what happens sometimes when you get downloads. Confirmation, bitches. So yeah, just be appreciative. Like, yeah, I deserve everything that's coming. Thank you. I'm expecting more, and I can't wait for more to come in. That sounded kind of vain. I'm expecting more. I'm not satisfied. I didn't mean it like that. Just be appreciative. Just be appreciative. Thank you. Brittany, the Cosmic Wifey, I need to work on my breathing as well. Let's just be more cautious and conscious of our words in our reality when beautiful things do manifest in your life. You like how it said that? Do, not if. Do, and they will manifest in your life. Be appreciative of what is showing up in your life, and don't say these curse words. I can't believe this is happening to me. Man, like what? Don't feel guilty about it. So a lot of times we forget all the good we put out into the universe, and the divine wants to reward us for all the good deeds we've done for the divine's children. It may take some time, and then that's where we get amnesia and we forget ourselves, like, what's going on? And sometimes we get frustrated because all the work we've done, like, where's our results? But there's a lot of results that are happening that we just don't tangibly see due to the fact the divine doesn't want us to see it at that present moment, because it may get to our heads, and God tests us in our faith to see, are we just doing it for a reward? Are you just doing this because you're truly, genuinely loving others? You're truly and genuinely loving others, and you're not doing it for benefit. If God notices that, hence, is your heart as light as a feather? Are you just doing it for a benefit? Just for a photo op, hugging babies, shaking hands, just for a photo op? Or do you truly feel like this? Light 144, may your path be illuminated, your soul may be sovereign, and your light 144. Light 144. Is that his wife or chosen 144? I think that could be chosen 144's wife. Follow chosen 144 and his beautiful wife, light 144. Okay, on YouTube. He may be on Instagram, I'm not sure. Let's wrap this up because I'm getting a little hungry, and I believe I said what I needed to say for the divine. And for us chosen ones to just realize that, hey, people are going to, I was talking about, that's exactly what I was talking about before I got there. That's what it was. That's what it was. So someone gave me their credit card to use on Grubhub, and I should have deleted it. I already have deleted it, but I was using it, and I shouldn't have used it. So that was just bottom line with that. So I emailed her and told her, because God told me, I was like, hey, if you want some blessings, you got to be honest. You got to be honest all the time. You got to just be transparent. I know you're going through a lot of battles. I know the devil gets in your head a lot of times and makes you do dumb shit. I know you get tempted and you feel like, hey, what the fuck's going on? And you just do some actions that you shouldn't have done. And you have to be transparent so you won't hold that in. Because I said it earlier in the video, everything we do is being monitored and being watched. There's a tally of everything we do. So I repent when I catch myself yuffing. And God made sure there's no money on that card. But God also said, all right, well, you used it. Are you going to tell her that you used it? And God showed me that maybe she's getting notifications. So, like, she was testing if I was going to holler back at her. So I was like, you know what? I used it. I was yuffing. I was hungry as a bitch. I wanted something different. And I attempted to use your card to get this grub. And it said insignificant funds. I was like, ain't that a baby chase? So my devil side wanted to call her. I was like, what the fuck's going on? You better put some money on this bitch. I want a Geno sub in this bitch. What the fuck's going on with you? That's exactly what I wanted to say, because I feel like us as chosen ones, we don't need to ask. It's like, this is what the fuck it is. We're saving y'all's life, and the devil has us rationalizing so many things. A lot of these points are valid, but that's not the way you go about it. All right. So I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? I just see a lot of shit I've been through and the manipulation I've been through, and bada bing, when you just want something, you want it in a snap of a finger. You don't want to hear people on YouTube, stay positive, just manifest it. You are money. It's here. And they don't know. Like I keep on saying, practitioners daily paying heavy fucking money, man, getting equity out their house and shit to fucking do the most to us chosen ones, and doing energy work to stop shit. Got fucking government officials getting paid off, corrupt cops paying off to stop money coming to me. There's a lot of shit I gotta do extra because they want to stop the boy from getting the resources to change the world literally overnight. With the resources plus what I have due to the divine giving it to me. Those are powerful shit. Hence, I've been written about in the fucking scriptures. They know the prophet's been coming and is here, and that's why they're terrified, and they're doing everything to manipulate the 3D realm so I can just be a little bit more delayed. But God has already intervened, and bada bing, and now the world knows what it is, and now things are tangibly showing up in my reality. So there's there's not much people can say besides get up on these Instagram videos and whatever and just be salty and just do what they can and stop instead of congratulating the boy. They're like, damn, I've been out here for years and years and years. I'm still dusty. I got to get pics just like the boy does. And I got to talk shit. And I got to do this. I got to do this because he took my momentum. She took my momentum. Whatever the gender is, flip roles. If it resonates, it resonates. If the shoe fits, it fits. If it got your feathers ruffled, then we talking about you. That's what it is. So just stop being salty, bada bings. We even tired of the same old message. But we have new people watching us every day. So first and foremost, welcome all my new viewers. I love you all. My name's Alonzo Hayes, nicknamed Zodog, you know what I'm saying? Welcome to another episode of No Filter, Think Differently, Daily Motivation. And what else? Zoe's educational show and yada yada. I got a few different shows, so sometimes it slips my mind. And guess who just dropped in? Okay, there's a lot of shows. Press Play, where we playing video games with other video game heads, and we just sharing our good energy. We do a lot of things. We watch movies, we chill, we lunch, we have fun, and we drop the latest on what's going on in this 3D, 5D realm. So you all know that you're not weird. You're not strange. We're giving you the symptoms in our scenarios so you can see it does happen to superheroes. It does happen to people that are unique, people that have gifts. The world will hate you when you're not of the world. If you're of the world, they'll love you. I was going to say a few things, but I don't want to make them sound like blanket statements. But, you know, if you kiss a lot of ass, you don't speak up for yourself. You don't stand for anything, so you fall. You don't stand for something, so you fall for anything. You follow the crowd. You feel weird if you say something and people look at you and you're like, okay, never mind. Don't worry about it. I agree with you. If you're just a yes man or a yes woman, these are the type of people that hate people that can stand on their business and just love the fact they are quirky. They're a little out there, whatever labels you want to put on them, but it doesn't change their momentum. They still got motion, like your boy does. Your boy has been crucified so many fucking times, had his heart ripped out so many damn times, confirmation, had so many fake women, so many times want to infiltrate my cipher, just to run back and steal shit because they felt threatened how I naturally came in there and took over their domain and am more authentic than they are. And now their own circle's looking at them like, what the fuck you doing? This cat don't have all the tools, hasn't invested in schools like you have, and they naturally got it, and that's why you're threatened. Instead of, you can't beat them, now you want to join them type of shit. You show yourself how you act the first time, it's going to be very adventurous. Don't want to go back to your ass. Okay, are you going to, I trust you now. It's just like, once you show me your devil face, it's hard for me to see the prettiness again. It really is. It doesn't matter how many still frames you got. Someone's thinking of you. It doesn't matter whatever the fuck you putting out there. It's just, And it's funny how the universe works too with me. I'm going to wrap this up. It's almost 50 minutes in. But some of these people that I be scrolling on their timelines, the universe be freezing certain thumbnails and they just be looking like devilish. I'm like, yeah, is that someone's face literally like that? And guys like, yeah, that's how they really are. I've been seeing so many still frames and I'm like, yo, what the fuck? But it's the universe talking to me. It's like, yo, this is how they really are. And I was literally in the bed with a lot of the enemies. And that's why God's removing all the toxic people from my life. It can feel a little lonely. It hurts at times, but it's like, well, fuck them. Good riddance. You know what I'm saying? Like, they weren't vibrating the same way I was anyways. You know what I'm saying? Hence, they had to get in groups and teams and all this other shit. And I got to get on here to save other people from these pitfalls and these traps, because a lot of people are oblivious and they just look at the exterior like, oh, this person can never be like that. No, I'm telling you, I'm living proof, and Light's living proof. Brittany, the Cosmic Wifey, a lot of my collectives are living proof that there's a lot of narcissists out here that will love to avoid the responsibility and accountability of their own actions. So they boomerang it back to you. And if you're not strong enough with your stance, you will fall for that victimhood, and then you'll take on their responsibilities and their guilt, and then they will at the same time siphon your light, because now they got you like a Geppetto puppeteering Pinocchio, because now you don't know who you are, but they're just radiating off your light because they're next to you. Hence, at the very beginning of the video, if you understand energy, then you know you know. I'll drop the microphone on that. I love each and every one of you. Hopefully you understood a lot of what I was dropping in this video, and if you don't, no problem. Hopefully down the road this will resonate with you at the proper time. It's a rewinder. All good movies and good shows and good books are readers or rewatchers, right? Because they resonate differently with you depending on where you're at where you're currently at frequency level, currently in your journey of life. So it's not a problem. If you don't understand it, if it went over your head, the universe will allow you to resonate with what you're meant to resonate with, and then other puzzle pieces will come in your life synchronistically, divinely intervention. And then you'll put another puzzle piece together, and then you'll see the whole picture, and then it's like, oh my God, that makes more sense now. God operates like that, so it won't be overwhelming. God operates with the pace that you're currently on. But God operates in whispers. It's not loud like the devil. The devil loves to be loud. Bells and whistles, gold, shiny objects. That's how the devil, a lot of the time, gets our attention. But those attention grabbers are very temporarily. They have an expiration date. When God presents something in your life, you got to be in tune, hence isolation, so you can hear it synchronistically, see the signs that are around, so you can walk through that door that God's opening, so you can have an infinite gift that lasts forever for your families and your generations. A lot of these practitioners don't even know that they ruined their whole family lineage because they came up against me and other chosen ones that were highly favored and was said to not be effed around with. But they effed around with us and found the fuck out real fast. They played stupid games and won dumbass motherfucking prizes. And now they're out here perpetrating like, that didn't happen to me. No, I'm just going to make a narrative and say it was all his fault. And God pulled off that veil and showed the whole world like, nope, that was a snow globe that was covered with a stained up panties. And they thought they can have the world looking through those stained up panties perspective, and the world will believe their nasty, murky narrative. No, let's just pull the veil back and show the world who the collective really was. Transparent as a motherfucker, so there's no distortion in this image. And God is doing that daily. I was just looking at one of my videos, and that bitch went over 1,000 views that I posted on Friday on YouTube. It's like, damn, I didn't realize that shit. But my numbers are jumping up. I appreciate it. Every view I get, I appreciate it. Because, like I believe Cosmic Wifey said, it's, hey, appreciate your viewers. Because you got to ask yourself, can you fit those viewers in your house and in your living room? And if you can't, then you're doing something good. All right? So I remember posting up videos, and it was just always 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Maybe 1, due to the fact I liked it. Okay, I figured out an algorithm a long time ago. Man, I'm going to start liking my own shit because I love my own shit. If I don't like my own shit, then who else will like my own shit, right? Yeah. Love your own shit. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing cocky or being conceited about loving your own shit. Be the first one to love your shit. Set the example. I love my shit when I get to violently connect these. So I'm going to drop the microphone on that. It is 3:21 a.m. Happy Mondays once again. And remember, give your Mondays to God at all times, because God's going to fight your battles for the week. And then on Friday, you're going to be victorious once you have faith and believe it, that your battle's already fought for. And when God calls you to do your duty, do your duty. All right. Many are called, but few are chosen. And many are called and few answer the call. So don't be that guy. Don't be that girl. All right? Answer the call so you can be like this. Henry Cavill, you know what I'm saying? Superman, if I said your name right. If you know, you know. The immortals. All right, so I'm immortalized forever. My legend's here. I'm a generational curse breaker, generational wealth creator. I'm all that. All right, I'm your role model. Okay, I'm yada yadas. I'm a lot of things, and I'm proud to be that, and I will continue being that. And the people that are meant to be in my circle want to be meant to be in my circle and not hate on the boy or not hate on the girl. Switch gender roles depending on who you are. Okay? Don't let nobody stop what you're doing. Don't let no one else's narrative to get you out of your confidence. Oh, I guess he doesn't like it or she doesn't like it. I guess I got to stop and give it up. People are spending their whole paychecks. Shit. It's sad. It's very sad. So God just let me sit back here with the popcorn lips and enjoy the show. And whoever is spiritually prying and listening to my shit, God said, let them enjoy the show. So I'll be sitting there, draws off, rubbing one out, loving life, and letting them enjoy the shows. Let them enjoy it. Give them the Gumby leg over your fucking, over your knuckles every now and then. Give them the Gumby legs. Like, oh my God, is that for real? Yeah, that's what it is. That's what, yeah. Give them the glistening knuckles every now and then. Shit, chosen one gotta do what they gotta do instead of breaking these little devilish backs out here. Give them the good old fucking Gumby leggers. Let it hang over your knuckles. Damn, it's dragging on the carpet. Yeah, you gotta love me. You gotta love him. Let it dangles. Let it smear on your shirts every now and then. Every time you toss the laundry, she's like, God damn, that was a good night. Or just let it smear on your shirts. I'm just not joking. Don't even worry about it. That's why the show's called No Filter. Your kids should have been out the room. You know better. But if you're a new viewer, then that's your first surpriser. There's no disclaimers on here. There's no still frames. There's no black screen with the white lettering. Like, disclaimer. We don't do that. We love to surprise you. That's why our algorithms are so magnificent, because you don't know what the fuck we're going to say. We don't know what the fuck Cosmic Fam is going to tell me to say. That's why you stay tuned. You love the shits. Slap a bitch. Guess we can end it with this. I would love to hear it not play again.
Happy Saturday. New followers of Cosmic Wifey. And also, steady. Operate like I'm Dr. Robotnik. Like I'm fucking Sonic the Hedge. Looking for the fucking gold ring coins up the fucking top of the man on the back of my head. Looking like a fucking Jack Mr. Jills. Looking like we both butt me playing fucking hopscotch while we roll down the hill. Oh my God, oh my geez. I got your heads fucking bumping in the unison.
The real steady.
Nowadays I don't think about it, just jump in it with the one handball and go torn. Now we dancing doing the electric slide. Now was the DJ ride. Tell them, now I'm in the limousine. Now got everybody jumping on my jeans. Tell them, you too authentic. That's why you looking like Popeye. Get it. So I get it like I'm working on the bench tree. Now I'm looking at my chest, looking at my 6 feet. Looking at her seed. Oh my God, she's so damn pretty. Luckily that she's married, but I gotta salute her. She's unapologetically telling them I'm the wolf of Wall Street. Now I got the baby girl spreading open the cheeks, taking good sniffs, bagging the D. Nowadays I just represent the G.O.D. Oh my God, you're so nasty. The secretly I want you to do this shit to me. I don't even really need, but we just gotta take out the Tony of the Wall Street. Tell them, still a little freaky deaky. Still call me Mike Tyson beating up underneath the sheets. Oh my God, oh my God. Can you please grab a whip tea, put it on my whip? Yeah, I'll put it on you. I'll put it on you. Of course I'll put it in you. Ooh, now you know how we go. Now you know I just humble. Now you know how we go.